Let's go, guys. We are live, bro. Oh God, let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Okay, guys, let's go, guys. We are live on YouTube right now. ठीक है? तो जो वो स्ट्रीम था, गाइस, जो मैंने सेटअप किया था, लेकिन वो प्रॉपर्ली हुआ नहीं. कोई बात नहीं, गाइस. इट्स हैपन. क्या एआई वाला एपेक्स लोगो भाई? नेक्स्ट टाइम, ब्रो. नेक्स्ट टाइम वी विल डू. नॉर्मल वाला वो एपेक्स लोगो समझ रहा नहीं है भाई. वो लोगो ही नहीं समझ रहा है. वो लोगो एक्चुअली है, कोई भी समझ रहा नहीं है सीन क्या है. कोई बात नहीं भाई, चालू हो गया भाई. लाइव स्ट्रीम इज ऑन. लेट्स गो. नेक्स्ट टाइम आई विल अपडेट एवरीथिंग. सो मैंने प्रॉमिस किया था, गाइस. वी और हम लोग 1080p में देख रहे हैं. स्ट्रीम इज ऑन राइट नाउ. प्लीज मेक श्योर, गाइस. आज हम लोग को वॉचिंग का रिकॉर्ड तोड़ना है भाई, अपना वॉचिंग का रिकॉर्ड. और गाइस, हम लोग ने टारगेट रखा था भाई 20 के सब्सक्राइबर्स का. आज हमको वो अपना रिकॉर्ड भी तोड़ना है. मुझे आपका फेस देखना है थंबनेल में. थंबनेल में फेस देखना है मेरा. अच्छा, वो वाला वो वाला देखना है क्या? रुको, मैं वो वाला दिखाता हूँ भाई. वो वाला थंबनेल दिखाता हूँ. रुको, लेट मी लॉग इन. मुझे मेल आया था. दिखाता हूँ. वो वाला कुछ अलग ही बना दिया. मतलब वो मैं नहीं हूँ, बट यू वांट टू सी दैट थंबनेल.
Free Fire at the Esports World Cup 26 in Paris, France, and we got a lot to go through, Lucifer.
ये देखो.
I'm gonna hand the mic.
So मेरे को 2 थंबनेल आया था. तो ये कुछ अलग ही है भाई. ये मतलब ये मैं नहीं हूँ भाई. ये पूरा एआई वाला वर्जन है. मैं मेरा नहीं, ये एआई वर्जन है. So, ये आया था और ये आया था.
Absolutely. We also had some heartbreaking moments yesterday after the survival stage. Team Secret, the sole
So अगर इसका
representative of
फोटोज
Vietnam,
कुछ
are now
अच्छा
out
होता.
of contention. Team Vitality, the runner-up of EWC 25, missed out the grand final spot by just 3 points.
But there's a bigger one that made their entry.
Not bad.
In Latin America, what a performance, taking the top of the charts for the grand finals.
अरे प्रणय भाई, थैंक यू सो मच समोसा के लिए भाई. थैंक यू सो मच. आते ही आपने दक्षिणा दे दिया.
Yes, gut wrenching to
Not
see
bad.
that, but that's the part of Esports World Cup.
वो एक्चुअली प्रोफेशनल लग रहा है. Okay, तो वो लगा दूं. ठीक है. प्रोफेशनल लग रहा है तो फिर वो लगा सकता हूँ. मैं सोचा था यार इंडिया का फ्लैग पीछे हो, मैंने वैसा उसके हिसाब से मैंने बनाया था. इफ यू वांट कि मैं वो तो चेंज कर सकता हूँ, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
This grand finals is now going to get spicier because Esports World Cup 26 Paris Free Fire. This is the last and final day. Match point is going to be played, and the finals. Who will get it all? Because that trophy, we've seen it. Who's going to put their key? We were talking about it. You mentioned, right, them having their inscription in their very own language, and then them getting a chance to get 3 keys in their.
Try करो एक बार उसमें भी इंडिया वाला.
With the totem. That's what it's all about. Making your name in history etched and everything being earned.
एक्चुअली उसमें क्या मेरा फेस सही नहीं है, बट जो भी है, लेट मी डाउनलोड दिस.
Welcome back everybody to another club
डाउनलोड हो गया.
championship update. We
अब
will
यहाँ
dive
से
into, so
हम
let's get straight into
स्ट्रीम
it. First of
को
all, Team Falcons, our defending club champs, are now out of 3 of the 4 games being played here in week 2. That's huge, and let's talk about how they got there, okay? Yesterday, Dota 2 was one of the games they were playing in, but they went.
आप भी हीरो लग रहे हो
There's
भाई,
now
ऐसा
only
करेगा क्या
one
भाई?
CC
हीरो लग रहा हो क्या
eligible
भाई?
team, who is BB team,
हीरो नहीं लग रहा यार.
competing in that tournament, so it's going to be a
कोई बात
tough
नहीं भाई,
time
अपडेट
for
कर
everybody
दिया
else.
हूँ
And a lot
thumbnail.
of points were left on the table in Dota 2.
Let's
Then we're going to move on to League of Legends. In League,
Let's
we
go,
only had
guys, let's
T1
go.
and Gen G left in the
और
competition.
स्ट्रीम को
Now,
शेयर कर
both
देना
clubs
भाई सब
do
लोग
have a
आज
few
फुल
hundred
दबा के
points
भाई
on
आज
board,
तो यार.
but it's not enough, and
I
they're
hope
both
stream
going
पे
to
आवाज आ
need
रही है कि नहीं, एक बार
so
चेक
this
कर
is an
लेता हूँ.
opportunity for them to do exactly
स्ट्रीम पे
that.
आवाज आ रहा है.
Now we're going to dive into the games where things are really starting to heat up. MLBB MWI has a massive storyline we have to pay attention to. We have Navi and Team Vitality in the finals, and this is
आ रहा है ना.
big
ठीक है
for
ठीक
2
है
reasons.
भाई, चैट
One,
सब्सक्राइबर मोड कर दो.
Vitality are the
चैट
defending
सब्सक्राइबर
champs,
मोड
and this
कर
is
दो.
an
ठीक है भाई.
opportunity for them to
वो
defend
करते
their
हैं हम
title.
लोग.
But 2,
सब्सक्राइबर
Navi
मोड कैसे
and
करते हैं मैं
Vitality
भूल गया
are
भाई.
first and second place on our
Participation,
club championship
community mode,
leaderboard.
chat
This is
subscriber
huge and a big opportunity for even more points for both of those clubs. Then, of course, we move into Free Fire. And this is where we actually have the most CC eligible
Hello,
teams
Risha. What's
available.
up?
We have Falcons, we have AGAL, MIBR, Twisted
Members
Minds,
mode live stream.
S8ul, and Team
Poll,
RRQ.
question
Now
answer.
notice,
और
Team
भाई क्या
Vitality
यार?
not in that list because they unfortunately went out in the 10th and final match of our survival stage.
Bro, मेरे पास
They
option क्यों नहीं
missed out,
subscribers mode
were
करने का
leapfrogged
भाई?
by S8ul
Option
by
ही नहीं आ रहा
just
है.
a few points.
कैसे करते हैं आप लोगों को पता है क्या? ये देखो ये मेरी स्क्रीन है. हेलो ऋषभ. मैंने भाई हाउ टू डू सब्सक्राइबर मोड में बहुत मैंने किया ही नहीं कभी यार लाइफ में. ये मैं फर्स्ट टाइम कर रहा हूँ सब्सक्राइबर मोड. पार्टिसिपेशन, मॉडर्न कंट्रोल, टाइम स्टैम्प, रिएक्शन, पॉपअप और सब्सक्राइबर मोड का ऑप्शन ही नहीं है भाई. यहाँ पे अगर मैं एंगेजमेंट में जाऊँ तो शेड्यूल लाइव स्ट्रीम मेंबर्स ओनली है. चेक करता हूँ भाई कैसा पॉसिबल है. स्ट्रीम सेटिंग में, हाँ यहाँ पे दिखेगा. स्ट्रीम सेटिंग में जाके कमेंट में यहाँ पे दिखेगा. एडिट में कमेंट.
Welcome back to the Free Fire at EWC 26 Finals. I'm the 7ul.
People who have subscribed the amount of time and paid.
People, not only Conchita,
One day नहीं
Neptune,
भाई.
and also the rest of the cast that you'll see throughout the day. For
Any
today,
duration.
everything's at stake. It's not just about being in the top 4.
Okay.
It's not just about surviving. It's about becoming
Any duration बोलो तो कितना होता है यार? Any duration बोलो तो?
on that totem for 2026.
एक second.
We'll see which team is going to be doing because we have so
Correct.
many amazing storylines that we'll be guiding you through. But for everybody currently watching at home, don't forget that you can join the Esports Foundation Creator Program. You can live stream, apply, earn rewards, and maybe we might end up interviewing you today. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, make sure you do so.
Any duration
And
बोलो तो
while you're at it,
1
check
minute
out the
maybe.
EWC app
Okay.
and EWC website.
लिमिट सबको आने दो. लिमिट मत लगाओ. लिमिट नहीं लगा रहा हूँ यार. लिमिट कुछ नहीं लगा रहा हूँ. नो लिमिट ब्रो. मेरे चैनल पे लिमिट लगा के क्या करूँगा? मेरे को टेस्ट करना है एक बार. टेस्ट कैसे करूँ?
EWC26 Neptune Conchita. How are we feeling today? $300,000 on the line, $1 million prize pool. But not only that, being able to become the Free Fire at EWC 26 champion.
I'm not
Hello,
gonna lie,
Sandra bhai,
I am
what's up?
feeling it. I mean, I don't know if you guys
What's
can hear
up,
it or
what's
not,
up?
but standing
कैसे हो?
right here, we can hear the
Guys, as
drums
promised,
of
guys,
Bristol
we are-
supporter as
ये
well
thumbnail
as
अच्छा
the
लग रहा है.
flags
Thanks,
of
Rishabh.
RRQ Kingdom. Everyone is here and the game is on. I am feeling it, Neptune.
फेस पे भाई लाइट नहीं आ रही.
See how these teams are because some
अंधेरा
of the
अंधेरा
teams
हो गया.
haven't
लाइट
met
चालू कर
after
देता हूँ.
group stage. So I'm really looking forward to how they're going to fight it out.
We saw some
Guys,
surprises.
popcorn
And talking about
या फिर कुछ
surprises,
तो
make
खाने
sure
वाने
you
के लिए
check
पानी
out
वानी
the
लेके बढ़
amazing
जाओ.
surprise that Free Fire is currently
This is the
blessing
first
us with
match.
a new mode,
आज.
the kickoff mode. I know there's a big football match happening this weekend, but you can
मैच स्टार्ट होगा
your football
4:30 around
skills in the
4:30
game
guys.
check or hashtag EWC
Time
26 to show us how you were able to do on that new mode because I've been practicing and let me tell you, I'm at least gonna score one time, Neptune.
You're not the only one.
Let's go.
I'll see. I mean, in terms of mobile games, I think I have a better chance because I have been playing a lot.
Ooh, okay, all right. We might have to team up, Conchita, because if not, he's just gonna end up beating us up.
Yes, it's gonna walk all over us.
That's not gonna happen. We're not gonna let that happen. All right, we will try our best, just like this squads will be doing. Yesterday at survival stage, we had some pleasant surprises. We gotta start off with the Indian teams. Honestly, nobody expected them to be here in the finals because it was their first time showing up at EWC. But boy, did they end up surprising us with their performances. We're talking about tag. I mean, during group stages, they were averaging about 7.4 eliminations. Yesterday, they were all the way up to 10.3.
Yes, I mean Apex Gaming have been killing it, but actually
आप AI से क्यों बनाते हो? Because time issue, ऋषभ यार.
It's kind of hard for me to pronounce, but it's
और मेरे को
definitely
thumbnail बनाने
hard
actually
for me
नहीं
to
आता
make it to the
इतना.
final because
That's a
just
fact.
Yesterday they got 94
मेरे को एक्चुअली जो
points.
चाहिए ना मतलब वो
So, yeah,
थंबनेल बना के दे देता है भाई मतलब AI बना के दे देता है. सो मैं ट्राई करता हूँ कि मतलब AI जैसा दिखना नहीं चाहिए बट जो मेरे को कॉन्टेक्स्ट चाहिए वो मिल जाता है ऐसा. तो मेरा जो एनर्जी है मोस्टली मैं कैनवास यूज करता हूँ.
Ooh, and not only that, the heartbreaking final match for Vitality fans. S8ul took
ब्रो थक वर्सेस काशी डिस्कशन करते हैं आदित्य भाई. आज शाम को करेंगे भाई, आज शाम को करेंगे भाई बस. आदित्य अभी तो मैच चल रहा है. अभी वी हैव टू फोकस ऑन मैच राइट नाउ. आई नो यार पीपल आर until match starts. आदित्य जस्ट मैच स्टार्ट होने वाला है. जस्ट स्टार्ट. ये देखो अभी एंट्री आ गया गाइस. एंट्री इज हियर. हम लोग ना अच्छे से डिस्कस करेंगे. डोंट वरी यार. मैंने अभी जस्ट वीडियो बनाया था, एक रिगार्डिंग वीडियो बनाया था रिप्लाई रिलेटेड.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's gonna come down to can they do it when the top
People
dogs
are interested in
Not only
Thug
that,
versus
you have the
Kashfi.
defending champions
जो
of
चल रहा है.
Philippines. You have Buriram
आई नो
down there.
पब्लिक लोग को
They just
मसाला
won
चाहिए,
here at EWC.
entertainment
They
चाहिए.
got
So
booked. So many amazing teams that are now here in the finals that we'll be keeping a close eye on. But one team that everybody's going to be keeping a very close eye on is none other than Buriram. I think they got some
नॉट
words to say
मसाला.
for
क्या
today.
चाहिए फिर?
Good morning, I'm Yosul and welcome to the final stage today. Right next to me, we have Wasana from Buriram United East.
Let's go.
Team. All right, so good morning, everyone.
Bro,
And, okay, first off everything. So can you guys tell me how does it feel to access to the grand final stage at this moment for Buriram United Esports?
ก็ก่อนอื่นนะฮะขอแสดงความยินดีด้วยนะฮะที่ว่าได้เข้ามาถึงรอบแกรนด์ไฟนอล
Hug is always OP bro. Opinion चाहिए. Okay, let's we will discuss tonight. आज रात को अच्छे से स्ट्रीम करेंगे भाई सब चीज. बस रिप्लाई के रिलेटेड जो भी रिप्लाई रिलेटेड आया है आज हम लोग करेंगे. और गाइस हम लोग को गोल सेट करना है भाई. कम से कम
Yeah, so
we have to
very
set up
happy and
goal.
excited, like, we already reached the point that we have been setting up, like, at the
3 घंटे
very
का
beginning of this
क्वेश्चन
event.
आंसर में हम लोग
And,
को चाहिए.
the only thing that has been
We
remaining
need
is, like,
to
playing the
buy.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so I can see that from our
PS5.
previous tournament, for example, like the C1, you guys seems to be a little bit
Let's
slow
go.
down, like what happened. But during to this EWC, you guys are so different, like so many changes. So do you think that with other strong contenders like Team
But with no
Falcons,
hits, yes.
also, can you guys
We will
maybe
just keep an opinion bro. Yes. We are not here to
ว่าตอนนั้นน่ะเราอาจจะมีเรื่อง slow down บ้างแต่ว่าพอเรากลับมา
प्रोफेशनल स्ट्रीमर वाला वाइब आ रहा है. ऋषभ भाई आई एम अ प्रोफेशनल. मैं प्रोफेशनल
ค่อนข้างเยอะเลย
ई स्पोर्ट्स प्लेयर हूँ भाई. आप मेरे को वो कैटेगरी में कंसीडर कर सकते हैं ब्रो. ठीक है. आई एम अ प्रोफेशनल स्ट्रीमर ब्रो.
อาจจะเป็นเพราะว่าฟอร์มในทีมมันแบบมีปัญหาอะไรหลายๆอย่างด้วยเรื่องปัญหาแต่ว่าตอนนี้ก็คือพร้อม 100%
I am bro
ก็สำหรับผมสำหรับมีทีมตึงก็ดีครับสนุกไปอีกแบบหนึ่งเพราะว่าที่ผ่านมาก็ยังไม่มีรายการไหนที่แบบว่าดูที่จะตึงเท่ารายการนี้เลย
Yeah, so the time at that point when we are playing in C1, like everyone saw that our form is like not the way we normally play because like there's a little bit of problem we have been running to, but right now everything has been fine. So all the problems.
मैच चालू हो दो मैच चालू हो जाए फटाफट
teams. Actually, we really like it because like, it's really fun to play against a strong team.
अच्छा
Wow, very confident.
बट आज लग रहा है भाई आज थंबनेल अच्छा इसलिए हो भाई आज थंबनेल के कारण अच्छा लग रहा है भाई होगा भाई एक दिन सेटअप सब करेंगे अभी सेटअप थोड़ा आधा अधूरा है पीछे साइड कुछ भी नहीं है मेरे पीछे एक दीवार है भाई दीवार पे वहां पे होगी अपनी सिल्वर प्ले बटन होगी वहां पे सिल्वर प्ले बटन जल्दी से होगी आई होप सो वो दीवार खाली इसलिए लगा है ताकि अपना ड्रीम पूरा कर पाऊं
อยากฝากถึงแฟนๆชาวไทยไหมครับแล้วก็แฟนๆชาวต่างประเทศด้วยที่คอยซัพพอร์ตบุรีรัมย์ในการแข่งขัน EWC ครั้งนี้ครับ
ก็วันนี้มาสุดท้ายแล้วครับรอบชิงแล้วพวกผมก็จะทำให้
देखो मेरा दीवार खाली है
จะมาฝากทุกคนได้ครับก็ฝากเป็นกำลังใจให้ด้วยครับวันนี้ที่นี่เริ่มบ่ายโมงก็ในรายการแข่งจริงๆก็น่าจะประมาณ 6 โมงเย็นครับก็ฝากติดตามมันด้วยครับพวกผมจะคว้าแชมป์มาให้ได้
Alright, so thank you so much everyone for keep supporting us. Like we already made it.
just add a green screen till then okay my green
so
screen
in Thailand is supposed to be around 6 p.m. and I hope you guys gonna be enjoy in our games.
So cute. Okay, one more question. If you guys are the champion, how many games you guys will make it? Like how many games can you make it to become the champions?
คิดว่าต้อง
ये
ใช้
मेरा
กี่เกมครับ
ग्रीन
จน
स्क्रीन
กว่าเราจะ
गाइस ये मेरा ग्रीन स्क्रीन का पर्दा ये देखो भाई रेडी है
เพราะว่ามาตรฐาน
सब चीज रेडी है भाई आज जैसा आप लोग बोलोगे
น่าจะเป็นแชมป์ได้แต่ว่า
everything is ready भाई
โดยปกติแล้วรายการอื่นแต่ถ้ารายการนี้ทีมตึงขนาดนี้ผมให้
everything is ready
เกมครับ
Normally it's gonna be around 10 games, but for this
यहाँ पे तो मैंने अलग से पोल बनाया ग्रीन स्क्रीन के लिए ना यहाँ पे मैंने अलग से पोल लगाया सब पोल लगाया ताकि यहाँ पे सब चीज
Okay, we got our first number 12.
हक ने मान लिया क्या उसकी गलती है भाई नहीं यार ये सब अभी ये सब अभी लीगली चलेगा भाई वो नहीं मानेगा हाँ मानेगा वो कोर्ट में ही प्रूफ होगा सब चीज जो भी होगा कोर्ट विल डिसाइड व्हाट विल गो लेट्स गो
Good to hear from one of the favorites to possibly lift this championship at the end of the day.
ठीक है
And the reason why
ग्रीन स्क्रीन अगर ग्रीन स्क्रीन लग गई है तो भाई ये काम कर सकते हैं ना अपन
especially when it came down to points they were averaging about 19.7
ग्रीन स्क्रीन अगर लग गई है
and this is why they're part of
तो
our
मैं
PS5 story of the day. Not only them, it's gonna be
ये जो मेरा कैमरा है इसको मैं फिल्टर लगा के क्रोम की ऑन कर देता हूँ कि मैं किधर भी मूव सकता हूँ
We're looking forward to
भाई
it.
किधर भी जा सकता हूँ
Managed to do it in the global
कुछ ज़्यादा बड़ा हो गया
FFWS already, so I don't think
अब
they
सही
will
है
be slowing down. And you
Let's
did
go.
put a little bit of numbers. Not
और
only
आपका
did
चैट
they
क्यों नहीं दिख रहा है भाई
hit
आपका
that
चैट भी दिखना
average
जरूरी है
points.
भाई
When we compare them with Evo's Divine, it's
एक याद मेमोरी बन के रहेगा भाई कि हाँ यार आप लोग ने कमेंट किया था
but the only difference is
मेरे
what
स्ट्रीम
is
पे
favoring Grim United is the number of times they are in top 3 because they did end up 8 out of 12 to be in that spot.
वॉचिंग कितना आ रहा है गाइस ऊपर रहेगा वॉचिंग हल्लू हल्लू बढ़ेगा वो
when they are
ये
playing in
है
Kalahari as well as Nextera.
And with the match format that we're going to be doing, right? The
अब
format for
अच्छे से होगा
today, we got a chance to hear
अब
earlier,
होगा
but just to
मजा
recap
भाई
for everybody, it is going to be a format as in match point.
थोड़ा छोटा और
They
कर
have
देता
to
हूँ
make sure
Let's
they
go
reach the
भाई अभी
threshold,
आप लोग का
which is
चैट यहाँ पे
currently
अच्छे से
set at
दिखेगा
90 points. And with the consistency that you're currently setting, by the way, we're going to be playing unlimited games.
ठीक है यहाँ पे मेंबर्स आ गया सब्सक्राइबर्स आ गया नीचे प्राइस अबाउट
And I know Conchita, you really want to talk about this one because I personally, this is one of my soft
This is
spots
what
for
I
me
wanted. Oh
for
भाई
today.
ऐसा क्या
It's going to be none other than Evo's Divine. They already
ये देखो भाई
have their
EWC
name on
26 गाइस ये दिख रहा है ना ये
It
सब
was
मुझे
actually the
EWC
total
वाले लोग ने
last
भेजा है
year.
पता है जो
They're
नीचे दिख रहा है ना आप लोग
looking to do
EWC
it again. A lot of
26
people
ये
been
पूरा
saying it was gonna be
बना के उन लोग ने मेरे को
But
भेजा है
honestly, with the way that they're performing during groups, it's not looking that difficult.
Well, let's talk about numbers first, shall
So
we?
let's
I mean,
go.
Evo's Divine did go straight to the final. They finished second with 229
लेकिन यार
points.
फ्री फायर
That
में
is
वॉचिंग आना
winning
बहुत
Buram,
टफ है
of
यार
course, but they have
बहुत
134
टफ है
elimination points and 3 booyah as
बहुत
well.
टफ
So
है
they do have what it
दूसरा गेम में आ
takes
सकते
to
लेकिन
go
फ्री
to the
फायर में
final
वॉचिंग आना
and
इज
be
वेरी
a
टफ
contender. But But I have to be honest, it's not gonna be easy for EVOS because looking at the map, looking at the teams that also made it to the final, I see that a lot of drop zones and a lot of rotations.
मैंने मेरे को क्या भेजा? देखो guys, अगर आप लोग कुछ भेजते हो ना तो यहाँ पे आपका नाम लिख के आता है भाई. If you send something, so प्रणय ने मेरे को भेजा है 2 समोसा. 10 samosa for 2 jewelers. Okay भाई. ऐसा क्या? This is called viewer activity. अच्छा, viewer लोग का activity. यहाँ पे viewer लोग ने क्या किया?
They just went for it. They have 25 elimination points and a booyah. 14,940 damage points with a whopping 20.72% of target shots. That is amazing. I mean, they came with a clutch.
Shopping भी है. Shopping में क्या है भाई?
Numbers also. That's not.
Shopping section में क्या है? Tag and earn. Oh भाई. Tag and earn. अच्छा. Let's tag भाई. अगर किसी को कुछ चाहिए तो भाई यहाँ से परचेज कर लेना भाई. अच्छे प्रोडक्ट डालो. कीरो के भी प्रोडक्ट्स अच्छी है. मेरे पास ईवो फॉक्स के है. मेरे पास ये लाइट है कीरो का. अच्छा है लाइट. मैं यूज कर रहा हूँ जो. तो अगर आपको कुछ प्रोडक्ट चाहिए रहेगा तो आप जाके चेकआउट कर लेना. ये सब चीज मुझे अभी पता भी नहीं भाई. वो भाई वाह भाई. 5 प्रोडक्ट अटैच कर दिया.
And we rarely see it out of Wasana, but the best opportunity they have to counter that, or some of the teams right here, is to add that with a pet like Dreki, because they know exactly when they are trying to heal up. So that's the best advantage.
Okay, let's go.
Like Wasana.
And if we're talking about teams that have won previously here at EWC,
कब होगा स्टार्ट मैच? पहला मैच कितने बजे है गाइस? अगर मैं एक मुझे ना EWC का वेबसाइट भी खोलना पड़ेगा साइड बाय साइड. हम यहाँ से फ्री फायर का पे. एग्जैक्ट टाइम क्या है? सॉरी. अच्छा 4:30. ओके 10 मिनट बाकी. 10 मिनट में चालू होगा मैच. फर्स्ट मैच. लेट्स गो.
105 elimination points, and it was game 8, was it, that they got 21 elimination points and 13,200 damage points with 1,044 average survival time. That is so amazing. Now that is the statistics that I wouldn't want to miss.
And for all the squads
फुल स्क्रीन पे चलाओ. उसके ऊपर अपना इमेज चैट कर दो. हाँ भाई फुल स्क्रीन ही चल रही है. फुल स्क्रीन ही है वो एक्चुअली. इफ यू गो आप लोगों को फुल स्क्रीन ही दिखेगा. फुल स्क्रीन के ऊपर बस वो इमेज रखा है बस. 10 मिनट बाकी रहता है तो भाई प्लेयर्स लोग की एंट्री होती. करेक्ट ब्रो. दिस इज अ वेरी परफेक्ट टाइम. लेट्स गो. सही है ना स्ट्रीम तो सही है ना कि नहीं है? अच्छी नहीं लग रही तो बताना मेरे को. आवाज चेक कर लेता हूँ. आ रहा है. सही है. ओ माय गॉड डांस चल रहा है भाई. लेट्स गो. ओ भाई नाइस फ्लिप यार. फ्रंट फ्लिप मस्त मारा.
It all comes down to this.
Let's go.
Just 12 teams remain in the battle for supremacy on the Giria City Grid.
Teams who have poured their hearts out on the main stage, and today they go again. So join us as we welcome your finalists to the stage, starting with S8ul Esports.
Oh bhai, first team to come S8ul. Very nice bhai. Let's go.
Lion!
Buriram United Esports.
Loud Sneakers!
AGAL.
Team Apex Gaming!
Team Pix Gaming. Yeah, my boy. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Twisted Minds.
MEBA Los!
Your reigning club champions, Team Falcons.
Fluxo W7A!
AG is such a big org, still zero sponsors. See the jersey and S8ul jersey.
Team RRQ.
स्पॉन्सर मिलना भाई बहुत बड़ी बात है, याद रखो भाई. चलो भाई, सब टीम खड़ी हो रही है. RRQ भी आ गई. सब बच्चे लोग ही खेल रहे हैं यार. फ्री फायर सब बच्चे लोग खेलते हैं. अरे बड़ा लोग कोई है ही नहीं यार. सब 17, 18, 19 साल वाले बच्चे लग रहे हैं मेरे को भाई. कोई बड़ा नहीं है यार. मतलब फ्री फायर खेलने वाला. फ्री फायर बड़े गेम में मतलब जैसे कि LOL हो गया, लीग ऑफ लेजेंड, फिर वैलोरेंट, बच्चे लोग का गेम है क्या भाई? फ्री फायर.
You all have the same goal to lift that trophy and claim the lion's share of $1 million.
Today on this stage, history will be made, a legacy will be cemented, and a champion will be crowned. So welcome to the finals of Free Fire at the Esports World Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Free Fire at the Esports World Cup in Paris.
It is time for grand finals of Free Fire at the Esports World Cup.
So no time to wait anymore.
5 मिनट बाकी फर्स्ट मैच के लिए. लेट्स गो. एंट्री हो गया है सब लोग का 5 मिनट के अंदर. 5 minutes to go, guys.
Bom, eu considero muito que a gente é mais forte por...
Let's go. Fluxo fans भाई. भाई फर्स्ट 2 मैच गाइस वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट यार. फर्स्ट 2 मैच एक फ्लो सेटअप करेगा. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फर्स्ट सेकंड मैच. Bro, it's very difficult to get watching, bro. Watching निकालना, it's very difficult, भाई. Very difficult.
लिमिटेड गेम सुन लिया
Stage, that was not easy.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't easy, and might be most importantly, I don't know what it is, the mentality, right? Coming into day number 2. I remember AJ was saying, hey, even if you got one Indian team up there, it's already really good. Well, lo and behold, we have 2 onto the big stage, and most importantly, the consistency that came in during the survival stage, during, the elimination day as well, was shocking. It was night and day. I'm not too sure what happened the night before. I'm not too sure what they talked about. I'm not too sure what the coaches were happening. And this is where, this is where I think everyone's getting very, very cautious, because no team should be looked down upon. No team should be underestimated. And in this situation today, everything is up in the air.
Yeah, everything is going to be earned. That's the status of our grand stage now. But talking about this, there is one team that I'm pretty sure upset majority of the Southeast Asian teams who wanted to be here in the grand finals yesterday in survival stage. That is none other than Lion. They roared yesterday. Their name completely
Hello,
glittered
Pianshu,
and
welcome.
golden rays of sun.
Yes.
They took the stage up on a storm, and now they are
First
here.
match.
Yes, the other giants are
I
still
think
here,
it's
but they are one to look out for.
Yeah, speaking of Lion, I mean, since we're going to start this first map, look at the numbers. They are the ones on top. They get 1 booyah out of this, and they total 75 every time, or for all the games that they played in Solara. So I'm really looking forward to this, and we talked about this. This is one of the newest maps in Free Fire right now, and there's still a lot of challenges being encountered by the team. So those who really make the adjustment and study this hard, it has a good chance of grabbing that booyah.
Yeah, I think if anything's up in the air right now, we talked a little bit about what it means today as you go into the game, right? Because again, the drop spots are going to be swapping. We did have the teams that wait all the way to grand finals yesterday as well. So yesterday was a battle of just trying to survive. Today is a battle of going up against the giants. After all, those names that made it all the way here today had 1 day rest, had some time to dissect the rotations, the drops, the strats, and everything else in between. But my question is, can they, I would say, overcome the high and momentum that some of these teams had coming in from yesterday itself from survival stage?
Right now, having the high is going to be Fluxo. We've been seeing from the very beginning.
Oh yeah.
They've been highly in terms of their roaring noise.
चलो यार zone सही है यार, zone is very good भाई, let's go. Zone सही है, Leon versus Tag चल रही है first map. ओ भाई, टैग को कुछ मिला क्या? मिला कुछ भी नहीं है, एक पिस्तौल हाथ में.
And well, it's a good thing that KD God does have elevation, does have information, but the only question though is who
दिख गए, लग गए, बेचारा फंस गया है. इसको कवर फायर दो भाई, प्लेयर्स काटे हैं सब.
Right now, Joker waiting in the wings. He's been good with his fights and managing to steal away one more, saving his teammate as well in that process. Still healthy as a 4. The shots are good.
First eliminator भाई, चलो, अरे my god भाई.
Nuclear right now.
क्या हो रहा है? टैग का दिन खराब है क्या?
And they are not stopping.
आई
Oden in
शपथ,
trouble right now. Games King surrounding him.
आई
Trying to take a
शपथ.
grip down the pipe, but it's not going to work out. Joka is also on the other end. That's going to be 3 big eliminations. Eco drain completely drained out of Team Apex Gaming.
भाई लियोन फॉर्म में, माय गॉड भाई कल से फॉर्म में चल रही है. दे दे भाई, रिकॉल दे दे, रिकॉल दे दे.
He is going just in the middle of studio. But on the other side, we're also seeing S8ul. Troll has been taken down, but Jack right now trying to defend themselves against Twisted Mind. But you know how twisted they can be. Noor is just ignoring them. And MP5 trying to eliminate.
Nice one, nice one, nice one.
Shots are coming through here because Twisted Minds losing their players one by one. Buggy comes close, separated from Noor, but the crossfire is too much to deal with. The Bats also will fall next.
Twisted Minds, they tried to go for a challenge, it did not work out. S8ul Esports, we were talking about this, their mentality of just going in for those hits, eliminations, that's all in front of their mind, not who they're challenging. And something similar, Buriram United Esports just ended up getting 4 eliminations, almost about to eliminate a whole squad, but that did not happen. But they also need their title. Husky was mentioning the one title that they need in their cabinet is EWC.
Oh yeah, let's see though, because they have been going for the hub drop for so many times already when it comes to this map, and I was just surprised that someone is really challenging them. But going back to challenge, earlier it was Lion taking down Team Apex Gaming, now it is Fluxo who's trying to beat them down, and there goes Joker, not really joking around, but let's see if they'll be able to fight back.
This area is so hot right now because on top of Fluxo, we also have AGL here too. Della barely alive, waiting in the wings, hoping that Fluxo will move away, but they have marked the heck out of him as well. A lot of pressure, a lot of util coming to him, and finally knocked down as well. There we go, Bobs will find him in the end, but AGL wants to challenge this phase.
Oh, here comes a new challenger, AGL right now, and this just looks like a good storyline because everyone is going into Eco Drain, and if you lose this, everything will go down the drain.
It will indeed. Fluxo, they want to make sure that they're the ones who are on top of this. They're the ones who pull that key lever and take AGL if possible. But AGL, they're quick on this. They're on their heels, see the slide rails, and decide to get out. They don't want this early engagement. We've been talking about AGL haven't found their title yet. They've been striving for it. They tried to get closer, but right now, it seemed like it was a distraction. He knocks the player, will try to get a confirmation, but right now Fluxo not giving it, but still he will secure Batsin's elimination.
It's nice seeing this. Dio was barely alive right now, managing to go for that reset, and they can just bide their time. Wasn't aware that Fluxo would be able to answer back, and they're looking good. Yeah, Batsin's out, but they're going to be able to bring him back into the game, and there you go, so quickly. The only team right now that is currently down and out, at least with only one player left, is Made in Brazil lost, and for the rest of the team, rotations could come in from a different side here, but I think for Fluxo, finding Dio might be key. Spots him out, sees him, but over on this side here, RRQ did cross.
Very nice. S8ul 4 kill by
and
night.
somehow survives. No, gets him in the end, and Lost wasn't
My BR
able to
eliminated
survive
भाई.
as long as he
Let's go
wanted.
first team to eliminated.
Soon,
चलो यार बहुत ही अच्छा चल रहा है. Start is very good.
4 elimination to their side.
Start तो सही है यार.
Another one that is just waiting in the shadows. It's Team Falcons right now, and this
Tag
has
सब
been
recall
one
कर लिए.
rivalry
चलो
that
अच्छी
has
बात
been
है.
happening in Southeast Asia, but Team Falcons, you know how their signature is. They won't be going in carelessly. They want to get information out of teams right now, and even RQ might be able to be caught off guard, but they are just waiting. Look at the discipline out of Team Falcons.
Information's gotten. Maal finds the opening. Keroro is done for. That is what RRQ want. A strong start. Nero's plushie being used. P9 trouble. Position revealed. He'll also be taken down. At the pair. And more on fire. He tries to pull up the chrono, but for how long will he survive? Surrounded by 3 players from RRQ. And RRQ gets 7 total eliminations and trouble the reigning club champions.
How is this happening? When we saw the Falcons throughout the entirety of this week, they were the ones hunting, they were the ones taking up that space and winning, but now, silence.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he needs silence right now, though he doesn't have the stealth bites to pull away. Does have the Skylar, the Riptide with him, but I'm surprised they didn't use that to at least save their teammates because they were covered in blue walls right there, and he does have an angle take when it comes to the snipe. But I guess priority is to bring back the teammates. Once one goes down, you always go for the vending machine.
The starting always for Falcons has been similar like this. The story, unfortunate for them. But right now, a change in Lions' favor right now. Twisted Minds, we saw them suffering a little because of Buriram United, but now they change and turn the tides. Twisted Minds, this is a team that everybody did not have much expectations on, but they were the ones who made it at the top in Group B. And now Diamond, the last man, will have to make a quick run, try to go in for a revive. But when we talk about the revive, look at the circle. It's made a revive of a battle as it's moved completely north.
Yeah, this hard shift's got to be crazy. The southern side there, the shift, I would call it the Great Migration, is about to be insane. It's about to be bloody as well. And speaking of bloody, the Perang Serumput about to happen.
Well, let's see, this is a replay from where RRQ did manage to take down a few, or if not a lot, of players out of Lost. Now, as we look back into RRQ, it's Twisted Mind, and they are challenging as well. Pina, who just got revived, but seems like they are still on no elimination streak.
RRQ have lost ducks. They might have gotten the 8th elimination. Rans is in trouble. Ziptide Rhythm. Chrono being pulled down. What a shot on the AC-80. Puts Diamond down instantly. And Twisted Minds thought they might be up on the battle because of number disadvantage. And now RRQ is getting closer. Diamond's confirmation comes through. But the boss, he decides that the revive's important rather than an exchange of a battle.
Here we go there. Twisted Minds managing to find a bit more space to work with. Don't want to overstep because RRQ does have a bit more space to work with. They have no clue where the crossfires are coming through here. Sees one shot coming through here. One of his teammates does get picked up by Abe, but they're not done. The knock comes through, and here comes that collapse. Gonna drain down that utility, but nothing really set in stone. Gets one. Twisted Minds getting dropped one by one, but Abe will fall in return. Both teams suffering heavy losses. Wasn't
full
taking into
4v4 बसट चालू है अभी
the
फिलहाल.
crossfire and the later rotation coming in for Twisted Minds, but Ma'al answers back. Abe will not be able to be saved here.
That Riptide Rhythm was deadly. If it wasn't for the time turner, they could have fallen already. Let's see though, because Twisted Mind, despite of all the elimination, it's RRQ who has the most on the numbers. But who's coming in to join the party? It is Team Lion roaring right now against these two teams.
Stella has already found the opening.
Very
Diamond's
RRQ.
down as well now. Joker gets that confirmation instantly, and whatever Twisted Minds did is all put to rest.
Both teams are left with one. RRQ and
Leon
Twisted
मार रही,
Mind.
Leon मैंने
That's
खेल रही
when
है.
they need to move. Because even before
Leon
that
खेल रही है.
battle ended, the zone is already moved away from them. There's a lot of travesty that might be happening right now because there's still a lot of teams waiting.
शीट पे कहाँ फंसे यार टैग वाले शिया.
Buriram United, as usual,
Higher reach,
quiet in that
higher
early
reach
game,
advantage
but
है भाई.
somehow they've already gotten
इनके
5
पास.
eliminations here. TAG waiting in the wing.
पीछे वाले को
They need
cover
to
fire
take
देके
this
मारना
fight
पड़ेगा
to be
भाई.
able to get, sorry,
क्या करे, कैसे निकाले
Buriram
इनको.
United away from their compound. Not happening quite yet. And
ये देखो
now
भाई, चालू हो गया
Wasana
firing
with
करना.
the sprays on top side. Bit of chip damage, but that's not more than that he can do.
Chrono being used by Team Apex Gaming. They will survive this, but there's Jonah and the shield gun peppering them one after another. Jonah gets a double as well as he puts 2 of the players down. Wasana wants the confirmation, is not letting them go. Along with Jonah, 2 players from Team Apex Gaming are put to rest, and Wasana wants to take this battle even closer.
Well, most people say don't go chasing waterfalls, but Brim Ryan is chasing them away from this area, and now they might be able to get in onto next phase of Circle. But there's a lot of teams who has been forced into North right now, and we know that they're very near to Riders Club, and we'll have to find out though. There's a lot of contention that will be happening, especially for Team Falcons, who uses that as their drop. But going back to Buriram United, the battle's not yet over between them and Team MX Gaming. Wolven being shot at with a quick scope from Jonah.
He just got dropped, and now even Sailjan. Jonah is looking unstoppable with his car 98k. That is 9 total eliminations, and Jonah has 7 of it. He has taken 7 of the eliminations, and Team Apex Gaming still stuck in the same compound. What does KD God and Shoto do to make it through from here?
At this point, just wait. What can you do? You don't want to take this fight. You want to be able to survive and go for that reset here. But as for Buriram United, are they going to go hunting is the question. Might be. Besides just just move away from the area just for a little bit more time. Could cross paths to the players for Twisted Minds on the top side.
I want to see now in Brim United, the same strategy that they have been doing for the longest time. Don't go into the next phase of the circle just yet. Just wait into the edge until it collapses. But there's still a lot of problems that we need to face later on. And from what we're seeing for Team Falcons, they're holding their ground quite well. Despite of not getting elimination, they still have that high ground in Riders Club.
Lion, at least for the time being, safe keep. They activated Steffi. The painted refuge will protect them for the time being. But now they have to get closer. Falcon shots, they've not connected as best as they would have wanted, and the start has also not been great. However, an answer back is something that we spoke about. Tag have somehow found something. But Lion, their challenge and their entry, and they find a player from Twisted Minds somewhere in the scarce.
You know what's really crazy looking at Lion right now? They're able to not only take this fight, but even throw bodies as a 4. EVOS in trouble. Ray barely alive right now, taking a lot of damage. While Guacos, and now the lull and the wait. And speaking of lull and wait, Fluxo, their members getting completely swarmed.
Oh, this is the battle that everyone has been waiting for. Brim United going against Fluxo. But we've seen Fluxo lose 2 of their players, and the jump is on. But the shift of the zone might force them to move away. MT7 as well as Gio right now just holding their ground. But Jonah with that stealth bite, using that Moors. A surprise hit might be done, and great timing for the combination of Wasana as well as Get High for that push and probably the elimination.
There's a counter. Gio for the timing, but doesn't work again. The shield gun coming through. And this time it's going to be Get High. And Buriram United Esports.
Let's go. I love. भाई S8ul भी चली गई भाई.
To that aggression. And with that, we also see S8ul Esports getting eliminated. A lot of losses, one after another, as Solara has very less space.
Yeah, not a lot of space, and everyone seems to have found a small part of that pie. But the Falcons, look at their positioning on the top of this building, and you've seen how much damage they can do with the snipers, with the long-range weapons. And most importantly, the ones on the bottom side here are going to have to compete for that space. Meanwhile, for Shoto in trouble, AGL putting that pressure onto him, and this guy has been the hero for this team, pulling them out from so many very, very dire situations. But in this situation, they can't do more than that!
पीछे से मारा रे, पीछे से मारा, बेचारा कुछ नहीं कर पाया. फर्स्ट मैच खराब गया भाई, S8ul का भी खराब गया. और टैग का भी भाई दोनों मैच खराब गया.
They have an entire compound. It seems like a farming land for themselves. 15 eliminations. This is game number 1. They're looking unstoppable. Riptide Rhythm. They want to break down AGL. Nothing's working. Flash freeze. Nades being tossed. Riptide Rhythm again. AGL might get closer. Doesn't work. Varos is down. Cypher, Nameless, and you trying to close the distance. But AGL, their numbers have lost. 9 eliminations. Again, a player opening found was Sana. Might have been traded off by 2. Nameless is doing with the Trogon. Moshi holding it off. And now Wasana also down. Moshi, the only one, and AGL somehow have changed this.
Well, a quick revival for Buriram United might be the saving grace for Team Buriram United. AGL then put up a great fight.
भाई ये क्या हो रहा है? अरे भाई भाई भाई
going for that
भाई.
1v2. Will he be able to survive? The answer is no. And they were going for a risky approach, especially in this phase.
भाई Leon खेल रही है. My God, बे Leon.
That zone will be damaging their
Leon
HP.
खेल रही है.
And I don't
पगड़ी वाली खेल रही है Leon.
what could have been done at that point for AGAL, but Buriram United was just waiting for it. It's just unfortunate that they lost 2 of their players.
So Dinoculars used as well. Gives away the game for so many of these teams, but Buriram United not done.
Let's
And now
go.
again, Loud is here, as Guacos will be the next victim. A little angle seen by Rasha, wants to be abused. A double swing as well, making sure that no one survives the initial skirmish. And the Lions cannot survive longer. Down and now 3 teams left.
Thanks to Aim God, EVOS still survived. But the dash coming out from Falcons, that was crazy. Almost ended up putting EVOS to rest.
Now, this is an ending that we haven't seen for a long time. No full squad in contention. 3 remains, 2v2v2. But we are seeing Moshi. And there have been a lot of comments wherein Moshi could have been putting that much on the snipe already. But this is a place to really show up.
Look at the last 3 teams. How much do they have in surviving? Just 2 each. It's a 2v2v2. EVOS, Loud, and Buriram United. EVOS are the defending EWC 25 champions. Now looking forward to EWC 26. Loud, they won the very first trophy for Brazil. And Buriram United won the biggest in the cabinet, that is EWC.
Jonah He's been a heavy hitter for this game, but a box falls. Moshi, great shot coming in from the area. But the circle is shifting and everyone is just trying to find that space, but Loud is a little bit quicker to the zone. They have positions, they have the high ground angles, and it gives a lot of question marks for the rest of the teams for their rotations.
Well, as you say, first to the circle, first to the win. Let's see if they'll be able to pull it off. Aim God, not so much of contention. Even with a inhaler, he might not be able to survive, but he did manage to go for a clutch, a 1v2 in this fight. And now he has to deal with 2 players from Team Loud.
He got help from Loud. That is the reason Buriram United instantly shut down. But as you said, it is a 1v2. Look at him sneakily walking across, crouching, making shot. Loud have no idea, but BCP has spotted him. Aim God, SVD, can he connect the first? If he can bring it down to 1v1, it's better, but the information delayed. And as long as time passes, it is Loud that will surround him. And we know Nix, he's such a good player. And once he gets to the CQC, he will instantly put the player down.
He's rushing forward here right now. He's able to just go for that 1v1. It'll be really good. His shots go wide, but they're crunching it from 2 different angles. The respect given. And Loud
really first match Loud ने निकाला था.
Booyah of the day.
Team Loud. Loud Snickers are the loudest to start the Free Fire here at Esports World Cup 26 Paris' Grand Finals. What a game coming in, and Nix, we knew he had this potential. They were waiting to get to the final, started off, and in the very first game for Brazil, they opened with a booyah.
Oh, this is what everyone has been looking forward to. Who's going to get that first booyah? But we also seen a lot of elimination from the other teams who didn't make it this far. Let's take a look at a replay right now. And this is one phenomenal play coming from Evos. But it's just unfortunate that the pressure is on, not only on those HP, but also on that zone.
Oh no, crazy work coming in from Loud as well. I think one thing's for sure though, we all had our favorites. We saw our favorite players just completely farming it out. But when it matters the most, that final moment, Loud prioritizing positioning over these fights gave them so much extra advantage to just give them not only the booyah, but those extra placement points.
Yeah, they needed it. They wanted a good start. We've been seeing Loud. We even spoke about it, right? In the group they were in, they were very consistent. They ended up getting 2 booyahs to start things off. But Buriram United Esports, unfortunate for them, they had an opportunity. They should have been the ones closing it. Look at them. Without the booyah, they have 30 total points, 22 eliminations. If not for Loud Snickers, if not for Nix from that far angle, finding a clash and helping Aim God out, we would have seen Buriram with the win.
I mean, we've seen this side of him from before.
No.
Even in group stages.
Yeah.
Like, they did manage to get 23, so this is not even close to the record that they have. But I'm really loving this side of BRU. The aggression is really needed, especially first match of the day, because it's not just the booyah that is needed by the team in this early parts. It's more of farming the numbers to get to that 90.
You know what's really insane? I think I said to them, well, it's going to be a bit more quiet from Buriram United early, and it was. But throughout all of that, Jonah was farming so many eliminations. Out of all of that, I believe he had like, what, 13 to 15 eliminations by himself. And for now, who better to break it down for us other than the analysts later? We'll be right back before we go to them.
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. You see my name in the lights, better get right, champion.
हेलो वीके फैन, हितेश भाई आप कौन से ऑर्ग में जाना चाहोगे? मैं जो भी ऑर्ग वाले मेरे को ले लेगी मैं चला जाऊंगा। जो भी ऑर्ग में मौका मिलेगा भाई वो ऑर्ग में चले जाएंगे। ऐसा कुछ क्राइटेरिया तो नहीं है कि भाई ये ऑर्ग में जाना है वो ऑर्ग में जाना है। बट
I moved from a small town to a big town like São Paulo, and they always hugged me, made me part of the family.
फिलहाल के लिए अपना जो ब्रांड वैल्यू बढ़ाना है भाई, इसके लिए पहला कुछ एक और ज्वाइन करूँ, लर्न करूँ कैसे कंटेंट बनाते हैं, सब चीज सीखना है।
Part of the family. I feel that I'm part of everything that's happening, and they give me the chance to come here, and for real, it's like more family than my family real. Mostly important game in Brazil since they made a chance for everyone first to be here, first to play. Like the owner of Fluxo Nobru was a professional player from nowhere, become the highest, the toppest guys in Brazil, in the world. No, everyone knows Nobru in Free Fire. And I think that the most important thing about games is the feeling that make you feel part of and to give you a chance to prove yourself.
Where everyone at that we have, and you know for a fact that this is my favorite map. The skewed flight path, or somewhat skewed flight path that we've seen, might have forced the team to go in for those hot drops. But look at that, Team Fluxo and Team Apex Gaming. I think they're going to start it hot on that gold course.
S8ul is the closest, and there it is. Bullets being rattled. Mini Uzi, but also a scar on hand. Dash from Butson. But S8ul dodges that. Glue all being used, but I don't think he has enough resources for the very start. And Butson is quick on it. Gets the very first elimination of our match 2. I really like that you mentioned this match point. Everybody needs to understand. It's no more about getting to the top of the charts. It's about reaching 90 points. And that's what EVOS want to do, but will be failed because of Cypher. AGL also missed their opportunity just because of how Buriram somehow held themselves, because AGL looked like they were about to shut down Buriram.
Yeah, I mean, the silent AGAL was there, almost getting into it. But now, with that Cypher elimination, they're now ahead of EVOS. But we'll have to see, though, because we still have Ray and Rasia in play. And look at what Pecker coming from Ray. This could be the game changer if in case Do moves up that hill. But knowing Do and knowing the potential level of any other sniper in this competition, he will not be going there.
It's going to be very interesting because we've seen so many resets coming through from EVOS this early. I would say round disadvantages have been, I would say, saved so many times from these teams. Regardless, as we look through the area right now, no one's really too actively going for fights. But the southern side, though, very interesting to me.
While we were discussing about how the southern side would be, where teams will be fighting out, Buriram again find one more on EVOS. It seems like Buriram is looking unstoppable. They do not want to stop, but so does even Tag. Sahil Jat might have been lost, but now an opportunity for Shoto. Ma'al spotted, but damage is the only thing that was done. No knock, and good for Shoto is the entire RRQ is still not here, so Tag is rallying towards this fight.
And from what I'm seeing, we have 3 teams on the southern island of Purgatory, and Fire Brigade might need those fire trucks later on because RRQ then managed to start it off, but a lightning zone just to make sure that they have a little bit of advantage when they try to go in for a rush on Central, and they are targeting Team Apex Gaming, but Team Apex Gaming knows what they need to
30
be
point
done.
मार दिया,
Lightning
90
zone
point
is
का
here.
scene है.
Just hide out on those rooftops.
And most importantly as well, we also seeing the rotations coming in from the Falcons. But meanwhile, over on this side, Lost currently wanting to catch up in the points that they had missed out earlier. Now Rahone on one side here, tagged onto EVOS players, but Abax from downtown managing to steal the point away. But they're not done quite yet. Being so aware of the positioning where Yago is and the rest, AGAL also close by.
Very difficult for MRBI loss. They were not only fighting with one team, but AGAL, look at Cypher. This might be a distraction because his teammates are close by. But defending a 1v1 is going to be difficult with Yago lost, MRBI lost. They already went out with 0 points in the previous game, and now if they do it, it's going to be even more tougher.
You might be right with that Cypher being the bait, and there goes the push! The first time ever in EWC, we see that knock up with a vehicle, and they only have 1 left out of MIBR lost, but nothing is lost right now. A full revive has happened.
Yeah, and now they go again, this time against EVOS. AimGod takes a bit of damage here, Barros bought a bit of time, and throughout all that, ABAX has already been stolen away into the lobby. AimGod tries to go for the reset. Valiant dashes away to safety for the time being. EVOS stuck, rushes forward. HP so very low by AimGod, but now for Ray, gonna be swarmed by all the members of AGAL, not able to survive.
This is why your skills are important. Electrotherapy protecting them for far so long. That is the reason EVOS couldn't fight back. They had only 2 members and them getting taken down. Thankfully, that's not a full elimination, but there was an elimination that happened. That is Team Apex Gaming and Falcons. Seems like game number 2 is their comeback.
LSEW, they can come back right now. They are just going in the edge of a circle, still hanging on that south side, and they thought they might be able to find someone on Central, but they were a little bit too late to party right now. But from what we're seeing, they are gathering all the loots that they have, and they're just going for the basic gameplay. Silent in the beginning, and then deadly towards mid to end. But the only question though is how are they going to find their way into the next phase of circle. We still have a few moments before it closes in and the second phase shows up, but the battle between AGAL and EVOS is not yet done.
EVOS, what is happening? ABAX will be able to revive, but look at AGAL, Cypher. Right to the face with the M590 Valiant Dash. And now another conversion. 9 elimination.
अबे यार टैग वापस एलिमिनेट हो गई
Because of
भाई.
Buriram in the previous game, they want to make it happen. 30 points what Buriram pulled off. AGAL want to do it. This is what we've been talking. Buriram have earned titles. They are our World Series global champions of 25. Now they want an EWC championship in their name. Falcons, they want to get back to their winning ways that they had in 24. They want another EWC title for themselves. And 6 total eliminations.
In this situation as well, the lull, the silence is here, but the middle side of the map is very interesting as Fluxo does manage to hunt down the members of RRQ somewhere there. We see Troll also falling, EVOS as well suffering heavy damage. This map, what looks quiet on this side, is hectic on the rest of the areas.
Well, let's see now, because we are looking at Lost right now, who might be chilling like a villain at this moment, but we are seeing a few players, not only from Team Falcons from the south, but also RQ from the north. So the pinch might happen right now, but again, we are just waiting for the shift of that next phase. And as you see it, both of the three of the teams are in there right now. And look at the numbers that these players has been bringing in. And we have highlighted already, Brim United. Yeah. The number that they can put in the fight, that only shows why Jonah and Moshi is the best players so far in this lobby.
But you see in the mix of it, there's Dew. That was the reason how AGL almost looked like they would survive. Did not still, but now this is game 2. Purgatory, a lot could change, and that's what Falcons also want to. MIB are lost. They want to change their fate from getting out of 0 points to at least something. But it so far doesn't seem to be the case. Even S8ul, they want their points, but Maal 77 says that is going to be an elimination. And right at the riverbank will sweep away S8ul's chances once again.
Well, Maal, the deadly sniper from Indonesia. Now, right now, going solo. Rest squad still not found in this map, but I know there is a plan. They are the mastermind into the stealth mode with that. Stealth bites using that more skill. They might be heading in to where this engagement is happening between Loud and MIB are lost.
General taking a lot of damage right now. Bare Life managing to just survive. The pressure coming in from Loud, this high ground, gives them so much value. But Joker, on the other side, they're managing to pick off here, but Loud hasn't been moved quite yet. The lightning zone does come through. General falls, and now Keroro, the Falcons, decide to join in as well. BZP still hasn't been picked up already. Keroro finding a nice angle to work with, goes a bit wide, finally getting that shot onto Nyx, but the Falcons as well are suffering heavy damage. Pina, Keroro fall, and right now both teams are barely alive. What are they to do here? Because the RRQ gang has decided to join in.
Falcons had a second chance. They instantly went for the revive. So there is a lifeline for them. But Loud, they're trapped. Trap was the only savior. He used the M79 to bail it out, but he is certainly surviving at the bottom of the hill. And RRQ now charging in. They will get it on fire. That's an added elimination. But can he hold off? Can Falcons actually make a comeback? They're close by. If he holds off for the time being, then RRQ, they might get surrounded once again.
Now that's one thing that we can depend on Fire. He can go for the distraction while the rest of the team is setting up. There goes On Fire, launch pad right now, but it was Limit who was been taken down by a different squad. AGAL has inserted a coin. He is now ready to be the next challenger in this battle. But from this moment, once the third phase is closing in, we expect the teams to slow down, but I guess they are chasing and hungry for those points.
You want to be able to keep up. Again, we started this map 1/3 of the way to match point. You don't want to allow a team to run away with that. We talked a little bit about Buram United having a quiet start, and this map in particular has been extra for them as well. However, positioning-wise, they look really good right now, taking their time, and it's just open areas in front of them. They don't really have to really fight their way into the zone.
Fighting is the only name of the game today. Everybody has to, because of the match point condition that